News now from Mumbai, where there was heavy overnight rain and more rainfall today, which has led to a lot of waterlogging in many of the low-lying areas. It's hit rail and road traffic as well. As we said, the weather department has warned of a flood-like situation in the low-lying areas. Train services on the central and harbour lines were suspended this morning due to the waterlogging. And just take a look at what the situation was like as Mumbaikars tried to get to work this morning. But now let's take a look at a COVID hospital in Mumbai, the Nair hospital that was flooded. There you can see completely waterlogged. This is the ward of that Nair hospital, and just take a look at the situation there. You even have the health workers and the doctors in their PPE kits actually walking through that flood water. Well, let's go across to Saurabh for more. And Saurabh, a challenge for authorities to deal with this flooding situation as well as the COVID situation, and those visuals from the Nair hospital absolutely appalling.
Well, it's unprecedented rain, of course, and you can still see the impact of that rain. Several low-lying areas, like, for example, this one, which is one of the low-lying areas, is completely waterlogged. You can see people wading through knee or waist deep water. On this other side also, you can see, there is, of course, an open manhole there so that the water can drain out. This bus has, broken down there. So on low-lying areas, where there are low-lying areas, you will see this kind of visuals from several parts of Mumbai, whether it's the, place where Nair hospital is, which is also a low-lying area, or whether it's, areas like this, which is seeing, heavy rainfall. And in fact, now the rains have picked up once again. It had stopped for a bit, but now again it started raining. And you can see how, cars are, of course, struggling to make their way through this kind of waterlogged streets. And that's something that perhaps is being reported from several parts of Mumbai. This, of course, is due to the, sudden rainfall, rather, so to speak, which started at about 8 o'clock in the evening and continued till about the morning, and it continued heavily without sort of a break. And that's led to the flooding situation in several parts, including the Nair hospital. Now, we have been given to understand by municipal authorities that on Nair hospital, they're pumping out the water and they should be able to clear it as soon as possible. And the visuals that you see are from earlier. But they're saying that, with high tide and heavy rains like these, for example, in all of September, it rains about 340 millimeters. Just in the last 12 hours or so, it's rained around a little less than 300 millimeters. So you can see the amount of rain, 1 month's rainfall in just a span of 12 hours. That kind of rain wreaks havoc on a city like Mumbai, which drainage system is not designed to sort of withstand this kind of freak weather incidents. And these freak weather incidents, these heavy rainfall days, seem to be occurring with regularity nowadays, and that's something experts attribute to climate change, changing weather patterns. But in all of this, it's the citizens of Mumbai who have to struggle through this, because really, even if you build the city's drainage system in a completely built up city, to undo everything and restart again is impossible. So you improve the infrastructure on what is available, and that for the authorities also remains a challenge, given the fact that, in many places they've changed the drainage pipes, the stormwater drains to 50 mm wide. But even then, it's becoming a challenge. Now, of course, there's talk of building flood tanks in Mumbai, say perhaps to tackle these heavy rainfall days. But again, these are long-term infrastructure goals. And this year, and perhaps over the last 2 years, one has seen a change in the pattern of rainfall. The monsoon rain, the entire monsoon rain that the city receives, is not spread out evenly over the months of monsoon, but concentrated over a few days, which leads to flood-like situations like this. And this is something the weather department warned. Now, over 280 millimeters of rain in the last 12 hours. You can imagine the amount of rainfall that the city has received. And in September, of course, this is the time when the monsoon should be on its way out. But like Divya was reporting earlier, the monsoon also still not left the country. So all in all, monsoon woes for Mumbai continue, and the changing weather patterns are clearly making it worse than better.